Good morning and welcome to Build Your Best Life with Deborah D. Smith. Come on in, everyone. Come on in here. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Saturday morning. Glad to have you all here. So come on in so we can get started. Come in, come in, come in. Good morning. As you're on your way to being a better you, why not follow my basic principles to build your best life? I welcome everyone to Build Your Best Life, whether you are viewing via Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope. I'm excited to have you here because I have another exciting topic for you this morning related to our last building material that will help you to have a great life. And you know, this month we are talking about finances. And this morning our topic is young men, be proactive with your finances. Young men, be proactive with your finances. You know, it's not all about the money. However, it is all about the money because it takes money in order to do everything that we need to do in life. Everything. So I'm going to give you some tips this morning that will assist you with that. And good morning to Jay. Glad my new mentee is on this morning. Shout out to you. And who is that? Billion Bailout 3. Welcome this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are going to get started here. Young men, be proactive with your finances. Being ahead of the game is only half the battle. You know how if you were in school and you have assignments, but you want to try to get ahead because if something pops up, you will, it'll be better if you're a little ahead. So if you have a distraction or something comes up, a bump in the road, you have something to fall back on. So that's always a good thing. But learn tips to get ahead. And once you learn those tips, you can stay ahead. That's something that is truly awesome. So this morning, I'm going to give you 5 financial tips. These are just tips. Let me give you this caveat. I am not a financial advisor, but I do know some things. You know how Mike Epps says in Jump in the Room, I do know some things. I'm no fool. So I'm going to give you 5 tips, and I call these the 5 B's. Are you ready? Get your pads and pens out and get ready. The first one is buffer. Buffer. You need to have a buffer. Now, anyone that has a checking account, and most people nowadays have checking accounts, you know that when something hits and you don't have the money there, what happens? You get hit with fees. Or if an emergency comes up, you don't have that money, and you're thinking, well, I get paid tomorrow. I wonder if they're going to take it out now, or is it going to be a day? And you try it, and it hits before the money hits. You know how that is. So it's always good to have a buffer. Everybody put that in the chat. Buffer. have a buffer. You need to have an additional $500 or at least 2 weeks of salary in your account. So if your take-home pay is $500 a week, you would want to have $1,000 buffer in your account. And what I do, I kind of hide mine, so my balance doesn't show my buffer. So I actually have more than it looks like I have. But you need to have that buffer in there in case something pops up, or if you miscalculate, you might be out shopping, it's your significant other's a birthday or Valentine's Day, and you're out spending and you're not calculating as you are spending, that money can add up quickly. And so if you have that buffer in there, then you are less likely to, excuse me, hit a deficit. So you have that money in there. So remember that first tip, buffer. Have a buffer in your checking account. And I'm trying to see why I am not coming up on my Facebook page. So I hope somebody give me a yes, we can see you out there that's viewing. Good morning, Dan, because I cannot see it on my page for whatever reason. All right, our second B is bad debt. Bad debt. You need to get rid of all the bad debt you have. And I guess you say, well, I guess all debt is bad. Well, excuse me. You do need a credit card to have. You need at least one, but you want it to be one that has a low interest rate. And the reason why you need that is a lot of times, to book a hotel or airline fare or whatever, you will need a credit card. So you need at least one, but check around, shop around, try to have good credit so you can get one with a lower credit interest rate. So in order to get rid of your bad debt, you want to try to get rid of all those credit cards that you may have that have high balances. And so, well, how do I do that? Well, you see a lot of times advertisements for cards, and they say that you can, it's a lower interest rate for 12 months or whatever. But if you have an amount on another card, you can transfer that balance to the card with the lower interest. And so that's going to get, so you're not paying as much interest as you were on the other card. Because if you're not careful, you can be paying 25% interest, 29, 30% interest on these credit cards. And believe it or not, it can take you 20, 30 years to repay a balance on a credit card. If it's even a minimal amount like $2,000 balance that you have on there, if you only pay the minimum that's due each month, they'll even give you and say, oh, you don't have to pay this month. It's near Christmas. Just don't skip your payments. Make those payments, and always try to make more than the minimum payment. Because if you just make the minimum payment, all you are doing is paying on the interest. So try not to get any credit cards where the interest is over 7%. If you have those title loans, run, don't walk, to try to find out where you can get some money to get your title back, because that is a total ripoff. So you need to make sure that you don't ever take out a title loan. A lot of people have lost their vehicles, or they have just paid exorbitant amounts of money for those loans. That is a total ripoff. And on the 25th, we're going to have a financial advisor on that can really explain all this to you in detail. But I know one of the ways that you can get rid of bad debt also is make up that budget, find out where you can look for money that you have. Maybe if you stop eating out as much or whatever, you can get that extra cash. Take that and apply it to one of your bills as extra until you get that one paid off. And then you take all the money from that you're paying on that credit card to pay off the next one, and keep it rolling until you get them all paid off. But Brady Robinson will be on the 25th, and she can give you more details. So we have the first B is buffer, and the second B is bad debt, getting rid of that bad debt. Okay, our third tip here this morning is benefit. If you are employed, most of employers today, a lot of them have gotten rid of retirement plans, but they do offer 401k plans, 401k. And in most instances on the 401k plans, your employer will match whatever percentage that you put into that 401k savings up to a certain amount. So I know when I was at Florida Blue, they would match the first 6%. So if I save 6% of my income, they would put another 6% in as well. So I would have a total of 12%. So take the benefit of those such programs. If your company offers a 401k, that is a good plan to get into. And, I've talked about tithing 10%, saving 10%, and then that's going to be in that account where you can readily get to it because it's going to be in your checking and share account that's connected. Another 10%, if you have a 401k, that's somewhere that you can place your money that you cannot readily get to it. So that is a good place to put your money in. But here you can double your money, and most people don't touch their 401k until they retire. But in cases of emergencies, there are stipulations of things that you can do with your 401k. But it's basically to save for your retirement. So when you retire, depending on your income, you could have as much as $1 million or more in your 401k. So anytime your employer is offering you a benefit, take them up on it. Because if not, that's money that you are throwing away. Okay, so we have buffer, bad debt, and benefit. Now our fourth tip is bump it up. Bump it up. And what I mean by bump it up is create additional streams of income. And I think the first time I heard about additional streams of income was probably about 20 years ago. I had a friend, and she was working with someone, and they asked her what was her other streams of income. And she's like, what are you talking about? And they say that financial advisors, well, I won't say financial advisors, but it is advised that you have additional streams of income. So if you are working one place, what if that company dissolves, you get fired, you just can't take it anymore, you resign? Do you have any income coming into your home? So additional streams of income. Good morning, Peggy. Thank you for tuning in this morning. So some things that you can do for additional streams of income. We have a lot of people, and my husband was one, that you're always repairing things for. You're around the house, friends call, can you fix this? Can you fix that? My husband, he can fix some electrical things. He can build things, put things together, build railings, walkways. He can do just about anything. Well, why do that for free? Get paid. You're just giving away. That's a talent that God has given you, because everybody can't do those things. There's some people that just can't put a light bulb in when the light bulb burns out. So there are so many people They either don't know how to do things like that, or they don't have the time. So it's more feasible for them to pay someone to get it done than take the time themselves. So if you are good at those type things, get paid for it. Start a handyman service. You like to be out in the yard, you know a lot about flowers, trimming, you're real good at that. Your yard looks immaculate. Start a lawn service. It's good money in those type things. So that's extra, an additional stream of income. You have some people that are good with PCs. They know when your PC is running slow, they can get it back up real quickly. You need one, you're going to purchase one from someone else, or you're going to sell one. You need to make sure it's clean, everything is off of it. They know how to do it. They can, everybody can't just purchase Microsoft 365 and install it on their machine. It's like, what am I going to do? I don't know how to install this. Or you get a router. How do I add this router to my computer? You calling your friend. Can you come over here and do this? Can you come over here and do this? Okay, they're burning their gas to come and do that. They're taking their time. They're doing something for you. If you didn't know them, you would be calling the Geek Squad or somebody, and you would be paying them. So if you're somebody and you're the one that's being called, guess what? That's an additional stream of income. You're not taking advantage of anyone. You're just taking your talent and you're using it to, help yourself. So anytime that you can do something like that is good. Now, a lot of people are notaries. It's very, it's efficient for me. I've been a notary for years because, and again, that's if someone close to me needs something notarized, we can get it done quickly. However, now, they have people, when you refinance your homes or you get loans or different things like that, you don't have to go to a brick and mortar building to finalize your closing documents and all of that. They have a notary that will come to your home and get all those papers signed. So if you're a notary, it's just an additional step to become an authorized, and I forget the title of it, but it's just an additional step. And I'm pretty sure they get paid a decent amount. So that's something that you can do as an additional income stream. So just think about that. What is it? A lot of people love to sew. They like to make quilts. You like to do stuff. And if you're on Facebook, you see now all these things popping up where people are, all of a sudden you have quilts on Facebook. Someone is selling. I bought all my kids one for, blankets. I bought all my kids one for Christmas. Very nice. But that's someone that likes to do stuff like that. There are people that like to sew. Why just sit, trying to think of what I can sew for my grandkids or whatever? Let people know. I do alterations. I can make. Some people can make just pattern designs. Some people, if you tell them what they want, they can make those. Hey, additional stream of income. So you might be sitting on a gold mine and you don't realize it. Right? So that is what? Who can tell me the 4 things I've already said before I say them? Anybody put in the chat the 4 B's that we've already gone over? Real quickly, let me see. I don't see anything popping up. Y'all forgot already. Y'all not woke yet. Okay, the first B. Okay, good, Jason. Buffer. Yes. Buffer. Bad debt. Great. Somebody's listening. And the third one. Benefits. Great. And bump it up. Hey, that's my new mentee. Yay. Great. All right. Yes. So those are the first four. My last B is save for emergencies. Save for emergencies. I cannot say that enough. You never know when something's going to happen. Tire blowout. Water heater goes out at your house. You take a class and you think you only need one textbook and you find out you're going to need 5. That is an emergency. So anything can happen and pop up. So if every time you get whether you're a student or you are just starting out, this is your first year working, or you've been working for a while, you have to save your money. You cannot spend everything you get your hands on, because believe me, I like I say, if I knew now, knew then what I know now, I would probably be a multi-millionaire, because I know I wasted a lot of money having cookouts and buying stuff I didn't need to buy. People giving me credit cards, and I was paying on them on time and everything, so they would just increase the limits, and I was just getting more and more in debt. So you have to be smart, and so that's why I'm trying to give you these tips. But you have to save for those emergencies, so you will not have to get yourself in debt. Because if you need a tire on your car, and that's something that is not a luxury, that's a necessity. You have to have transportation to get where you want to go these days. So what are you going to do if you don't have the money? You are going to get it on credit if you can. And if someone has a loan, has a loan available, and the tire dealership tries to get it and it's a low interest rate and they decline you, they're going to get it financed, but it's going to cost you, because they will keep going until they find someone to finance you, believe me. So if you have those money saved, put aside, then you don't have to become a slave to the lender. And that's biblical. That's in your Bible. When we owe money to these credit card companies, anybody, we are their slave, because if they decide they're going to increase their interest, what do we have to do? We have to go along with it. So we are their slaves. So again, I am not a financial advisor. There are 3 experts that I am aware of and connected with that I will have coming on rotating basis. And that's Nathaniel Butler, and he's in the Bahamas. For anybody that is in the Bahamas, we have Brady Robinson, who will be on Build Your Best Life next week on the 25th, Thursday. And Centurion Financial Services, Santana Johnson. He's in Jacksonville, Florida, but they all do work virtually. So it does not matter where they are located, but these are 3 individuals that I know are great at what they do, and they are reputable. So if you want any additional information about those 3, you hit me up in the comments. I can let you know. But please tune in on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Ms. Brady Robinson will be here to give you some firm financial tips. But remember, I'm talking about finances because it is the last of the 5 building materials that will help you to build a great life. That's associations, self-discipline, goals, mindset, and financial stability. So I hope this helps, because I am trying to make each person want to have a better life, and you can begin to build your best life today. So I thank you for tuning in. You can reach me at www.buildyourbestlife.org. That's www.buildyourbestlife.org. On there, you can find out about my platform. You can find out more about me. You can read my weekly blog. Look at my calendar of events. We have some great events coming up this year as well. My bookstore is out there, and you can pick up a copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. And it is all about basic principles that will help you to build a great life. There are tools within the book, activities to assist you as well. But you can get your autographed copy on my website. And I get those out to you ASAP. And thank you, Pete, for your order. I will get that out to you as soon as possible. As well, if you are in a hurry or you want an ebook, the book is available on Amazon.com. So again, thank you so much for tuning in today. And as you go on your way to being on a better you, you will run into distractions, rough terrain, detours, and pitfalls. Don't let any of these negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be a better you so that you can build your best life. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. Have a great rest of your day.